Ibawan, commonly known as Ampara District, is a region enriched with biodiversity at its best, which includes 32 terrestrial mammals, more than 150 species of birds, vegetation of three types, forest, shrubs and grassland, laced by its scenic beauty with the exotic sandy beaches, while the archaeological sites give an insight to the wonder of an ancient era. Ampara is one of the three districts of Eastern Province just below Batticaloa, consisting of 20 divisional secretariats and 507 Gramaniludari divisions. Area 4,415 kilometers square. Demography: Muslims 43.9%, Sinhalese 37.4%, Tamil 18.3% and others 1%. Prince Sardar Tissa was the pioneer who was instrumental in developing the region with a holistic approach, giving attention to agriculture, hydrology and industrial development, and hence the Gamadula flourished as a region prior to the liberation of the country by King Dutugamanu, his brother, who was the savior of the nation. It was during the rule of great Parakramabahu I that Sri Lanka was renowned as the granary of the Orient, whose motto was, "Not even a little drop of water that comes from the rain must flow into the ocean without being made useful to mankind." The late Honorable D.S. Senanayake, who was the first Prime Minister of Free Ceylon, who emerged as the leader of the Sri Lankan independent movement, who was also known as the father of the nation, was inspired by the ancient kings and the civilization they left behind, which symbolized the most complex hydraulic civilization in the world, went ahead with this backdrop in mind to make the dry zone suitable for agriculture once again, as was in the glorious ancient era of Sri Lanka. On that note, Sri Lanka was gifted with the Senanayake Samudra, which came into being in 1950 when the Galloi River was dammed at Igniagala, supporting a massive expanse of 80,000 hectares of land for cultivation. The sons of the soil who sweat from dawn to dusk to earn a living for themselves, to feed his hungry children, and to feed an entire region and a nation, as they are the reason behind Ampara District being proclaimed as the rice bowl of the country. And they have their own story to tell. A meager monthly income of Rs 15,000, pest control, its cost and the health hazards it brings about, the eternal fight between man and animal, the tug of war that never ends. On one side, there are the beasts that destroy their crops, putting their own lives at risk. And on the flip side, there are a farmer's strength, who work hand in hand in their struggle for survival and victory. Considerable amount of farmers suffer from chronic kidney disease due to the use of insecticides and consequent pollution of the water table. It is a debilitating disease which requires regular dialysis as the condition progresses, which in turn adds a large cost on the health budget of the country. These farmers need water purification plants to prevent further deterioration of their health status. Even though the government is taking efforts to rectify the situation, the needs have not been met to satisfactory level. This is a hazard that requires more attention and where external assistance and support would be most welcome. Though they might tag themselves with the label of housewife, it is essentially a multifaceted role which requires a multitude of skills. Being a housewife, we're having to learn that your spouse has self-ingested poison, mostly due to a financial crisis, were having to grin and bear that your husband was attacked by an elephant on his night watch at the paddies, having to hear the horrifying news of your spouse being treated for a venomous snake bite, where sexual abuse is not unheard of, where incest is not so uncommon. While being a mother, a wife, a daughter, and a daughter-in-law all at once, these are just a few experiences a woman has to face and leaves them with little or no choice other than to move forth come what may. Ampara district was ravaged by an exhausting, long 3-decade war, especially border villages like Gunagala, Kampitia, Mangalagama were subjected to terror. Many were massacred. In 1994, 39 novice Buddhist monks were brutally killed by the LTTE. Education was hampered immensely, and today there are schools which lack the most basic requirements like buildings, water, sanitary facilities, playgrounds, etc. Their eager eyes await the dawn of their new world, where at least their basic needs are met. This is Ampara, and this is her story in a nutshell. Your presence is treasured immensely and is valued by her and her people. Your contribution by way of compassion, kindness, expertise to anything you provide us with in kind will be embraced by us with open arms. Thank you for visiting our humble home. Stay blessed.